Isso aqui, oh, é pouquinho de Brasil, iaia. Hi everyone. On June 1st, we recorded a video with the finished products, the socks that I had knitted on Lent. And then I had started a lot of new projects. And we didn't want to put the whole video together because it would be too long and I didn't want to have long videos. But the issue is we have been recording a lot and we end up losing the introduction of the June 1st work in progress. And the reason I have a lot of work in progress is because for a while now I have a lot of fiber, a lot of yarn and a lot of patterns that I bought yarn for a specific pattern that I bought and I haven't knitted it, and it was in the back of my head and it was stressing me. So now I started a lot of projects and I'm working on them as I go. I get one or another. So if I'm tired, I get something that is simple. If I'm walking, and I'm now trying to walk more, and I walk and knit at the same time so I don't notice the walking up hills and stuff. So I started a lot of projects, and this video today is about all the projects that I started. So thank you for watching and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I started this in December last year, and I thought I had enough yarn, but I have enough of the blue, but I was doing this sleeve. I started this skein with this sleeve, and I used some blue here to get some more points, and I just have one other skein. So that means that I would have more or less the same amount here to do the body and the rib, and so it's not enough. So I thought of putting the blue, but I don't like the blue here. I think it looks very polluted. So I'm considering ordering 2 more of this. The problem is that this yarn is from Fios da Fazenda that came from Brazil. So I will need to order more of this. This is color 5B27. See if they still have this. If they have, order more. Obviously, it's not going to be the same batch because I bought this maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So if they have the yarn and the color, because they dye as they go, I think I can get away with it. I would just have to, in the rest of the body, I would use the 2 yarns, 2 leftovers, so that I can blend in the colors to finish it. So I'm making size large. I know he's much smaller than this, but he likes oversized clothing. So it still has to grow a lot in the body to be oversized in the body. And the sleeves, I still need to do the rib part here. So it's not going to have a lot of leftover. So because of this, I'm going to put a hold on it for the time being. Maybe I will start the other sleeve and go up to here and then wait for the other yarn to come. So I'll have to see that, if they still have it. But what I have to say about this pattern is that I like it very much. I use the same needle here and here for the color work. Normally I go 1 more and I can see the little bumps, but when I block it, I think it's going to be okay. And what I liked about it, it's that it's a very simple pattern. It's very easy to memorize. And the effect is very, very nice. I think when I block, it's going to look even better. So I'm very happy with this. It's just that I don't have enough yarn. So I thought I would, but didn't happen. Because it's a decay yarn, so didn't work well. But, and I want to do many other patterns of this book, but I'm starting with this one because I thought I had enough yarn in my stash. So this is the other project. The other project I started in December, so these two are my old ones, is the scarf that I was using the Mila Roche from Kate Davis. And my plan is to give this to my son-in-law, but I'm not sure if he's gonna like it because it's very colorful. I had some progress in it, like a lot of progress. I think I was, last time that I showed it, I think it was here. And I did all this more. I don't know. But I could do an inch at a time and then I stop. And by now, I just don't want to look at the pattern, look for patterns anymore. I'm just imagining I start one point and I just go for it. So the Mila Roche, my husband gave me the sampler 2 Christmas ago, and I think this was a perfect pattern for me to make the scarf. But one interesting thing is that many of the colors have the same value. So I'm here, I need to do all this more to get it on the other side, right? It has to come, it's in the middle of my neck in the back, it has to come all the way down. But slowly and surely. I like it, and I think that because they same, the colors, many of the colors have the same value, I think it tones down a little bit the project itself. And I think I like the smaller set of patterns, Peris, than the bigger ones, because there was a time I was making some big ones here. But in the total, I think it's okay because everything is different, right? So I think it's pretty. I'm not sure he's gonna like it. So I would like to have a choice for him, like tell him which one do you prefer, this or that. Let's see. Then I wanted to, it's one of those days, we were in St. John's and I wanted to buy yarn. And I didn't have a reason to buy yarn. So I was looking at my store, Wool Trends in St. John's, and they are now increasing their variety of yarns. So it's pretty good. Every time I go there, there is something new to get, and I do appreciate that. So I saw Duo, and I was thinking of making this t-shirt from Kate Davis that is the paper doll. And so I'm looking and I saw that my store had the Duo from Sans Garn. And the Duo is 55% merino and 45% cotton. And I thought, it's perfect for a short sleeve t-shirt because it's not going to be too warm. But here in Newfoundland, like today, it's chilly outside, not cold, but chilly. So it would be perfect. And I went to the store and I bought it, and I bought even the collar to make the dolls. But the problem is that the gauge is completely different. The gauge here is for you to use a 325 millimeter needle, and I have a 5 millimeter needle. So I started, it's a mess here, but I started the rib part for the sleeves, And I'm just going to do a t-shirt, like, you know, spur of the moment. So the numbers are completely changed. I went to Garn Studios because they have, from Drops, they have a lot of patterns with different gauges. So I got one there just to have an idea of how many stitches I had to cast on. And I'm using that as a sample. So this is a project that it's almost done now, but somehow I lost the interest. So I have a few pair of socks that I started knitting. The first one is not the first one that I started, but I'm trying to walk. And here in our area, it's hills. So you go up and down, up and down. And if I'm by myself, and normally I am by myself, sometimes it's boring and it gets hard. So I start this sock, and I knit it while I walk. So it didn't go very far because this was even before I went to Belize. Then I start the Charlotte, the socks for the chickens, and I stopped too. But I like this because I'm using leftover yarn that is here. So that's pretty good. I like the idea of being able to use leftover yarn. But I'm thinking that maybe I will just go straight without the rest of the chickens in this one. I'm not sure yet. Another one. And then this is the needle that I got in Belize. That is number 3. So because I wanted to start knitting there my last day, I started a sock, but it didn't go. So right now, no, didn't go far. So right now I have 3 socks on the go. Don't know when I'm going to work on them because my sock knitting mojo is not good. So this is the other project. And suddenly I felt like I wanted to start projects. And I said, I can do it. If I want, I can do it. Because normally I was trying to finish stuff. So I started a few projects this week. And one of the projects is the Yale from Mary Wallin. And you know, like her projects are kind of long-term projects. It took me, I think, 2 years to finish the Primrose. But I started 2 projects of her that for the longest time I wanted to knit. So I'm not using her yarn because it's very expensive to bring here anyway. So I went to the store, and we have Briggs & Little. It's a Canadian yarn. And the yarn is very rustic, but it's to wear as an outside garment, so I was okay with that. So I went to the store, and they have beautiful colors. I got a bunch of patterns and start using. The only thing is, I think this yarn has something that makes my eyes itch. I don't know what it is, but I noticed that it happens when I'm knitting it. And God forbid I touch my eye, because then it gets worse and worse. But I started it, and I'm glad I'm starting the pattern. So I started last week with this book. This is from this book, Shetland. So this is another pattern. But this is a project for years. Mary Wallin projects for me are for years. But I wanted to have started. So the other project I started yesterday, is the So Basic sweater for my son. I think he's gonna like it because it's a very light yarn. So I'm hoping he's going to like it. And I'm going to do without the pocket. I don't like the pocket. So I started yesterday, And my plan is to knit until the division of the arms and then leave it for the Zoom meetings or for when I'm traveling by car, because then it's just, you just go, right? So that's what I want to do. And it has just a little pattern design on the sleeves that is knit 7x1, but gives it a kind of a nice chote. So these are the sleeves. It has some short rows. I'm still on the short rows for the neck. So you can see that here there is much more rows than the front. So I'm pretty happy. I'm working on it. Then last week, oh, and I forgot to say, this my husband made me, my husband made me, my husband made me, my husband made me. This I got from Belize. The people that I was working with gave me this. MeHi made this one too. And this is the one that I made in my sewing course. So pretty good. Sorry, I had to say that. Then this bag I bought in Brazil, in Ubatuba, Brazil, the beach. When I went there, it has a leopard in it, and I like it very much. And I started the Parallelolamb blanket. It's this one. And I think it's pretty cool. So in 2021 or 2020, at the COVID, just before COVID, we were going to have the Wazun. My guild was organizing the Wazun meeting in Ontario. And I was going to teach dyeing. So I got a lot of yarn from Knit Picks. And then the conference was canceled because of COVID. And I had a bunch of yarn at home. So I had been dyeing it here and there. So now I decided that I'm going to make a blanket for my son. I made 2 blankets for my daughter, the Christmas one, the midwinter one, and the blue and white one. So I wanted to make something for my son, a blanket for my son or my grandson. And I started this one. It's from Stephen West. And I think it's pretty cool. After a while, you take the thing, you don't have to use the pattern anymore. I'll have just to see how he finishes it off. And of course, there's going to be a lot of yarn to close. But that will give me an opportunity to tighten up this space so that I have no holes. But I think it's pretty cool. And it's a stash burner, because that's what I wanted to do. I have this, and this is a leftover yarn. This is a cascade yarn, this too. And I had leftovers that I found, so I'm going to use this and maybe some hand spun in the middle. If I have enough, because I do have a lot, not that many colors, but a lot. If I have enough to use just this yarn, I'll use just this, maybe put here and there one hand spun yarn. But then I'm going to use all the hand spun that I have to make another blanket. And I was thinking maybe I'll do this one. I'll take it. The only problem with this is that you have to be with many needles at the same time. And my last project, also in a bag that my husband made me, is the Lovage, Mary Wallin. Since I saw it, I think Madeline from Fruit Knitting, she knitted that for her. And I really liked it. And that was maybe, I don't know, 7 years ago that she knitted it. And I bought the pattern when she had an interview with Mary Wallin, and if you were a patron, you would get a discount. And I bought the pattern, and then I didn't ever do it. But the thing also is that the yarn is not available anymore. So I got this yarn when I went to Toronto. Again, I think it was 2 years ago, Diamond Select. It's a sock yarn, and I got many colors. So I look at the yarn, the pattern that they had there, the colors, and then I got many different colors, and I'm doing it with this beige, not gray, but beige, and I think I'm going to be fine. So I started, and this takes a long time to go because it's 2.25 millimeter needles. So it takes a while, but it's okay. Like when I am on my Zoom meetings or stuff, I can just knit and not be concerned. And because the color work just starts after a while, so I will have plenty of time to do that. Because I want some stuff that is, I love color work, you know that. But I wanted some stuff that is not color work for when I'm going to St. John's with MeHi, he's driving, I'm knitting, or stuff like this. So this is it. I still have other projects that I want to start. I don't know when I'm going to finish. And the reason is because it's in the back of my mind. It's projects that I have the yarn, and I have the pattern, and I got the pattern a while ago, and haven't done. So it stays there bothering me. I want to finish what I'm doing so that I can start those patterns. And I think that I'll just start them. It's good because if it's not too many skeins, I put them in one bag, and then it's separate, and I have more space in my closet to organize the yarns that I have there. And the new hand spun that is coming, because right now I have a lot of hand spun, and I want to spin regularly so that I can finish with my, not finish, but improve my fiber stash. I haven't bought any fiber in a while. I think the last time I bought fiber was in 2022 when I was in Ontario, and I bought maybe 300 grams of yarn, fiber, so not much. And then I still have fiber from 2019 that I went to Rhinebeck that I haven't washed. And I have fiber that I got last year when we bought, or 2 years ago, when we bought our truck camper. The person that sold us the truck camper gave me a huge bag full of fiber. So, and all that I have in my wool room. So I'm feeling like using up some of this as soon as I can. If not for knitting, for felting, because it's a good, it's a good way to use up yarn stash. And that's it. So I don't know if there's going to be something for the ending, because it's the same day, we haven't done anything. But hopefully we'll put this on in 1 or 2 weeks. Just didn't want to overwhelm you with the too big podcast. And hope you're all good, in good health and in peace. Kiss in your heart. Until next time. Bye.
everyone said that